Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Sports Talk from the big state of Texas. I've made my way all the way to Nashville, Tennessee, a 10-hour drive, and things are going on here in Nashville, Tennessee. I'm at the Parthenon, as you can see, right across the street from Vanderbilt University. I'm happy to be here. Uh, Sports Talk. I'm your host, William Allen. And since I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, got to talk about the Tennessee Titans. All right. Tennessee Titans right now are 6-5 on the season. They are third in the AFC South. A little bit of history about the Tennessee Titans. If you did not know, previously known as the Houston Oilers, they played in Houston from 1960 to 1996. Tennessee Oilers, 1997 to 1998. Right now, from 1999 to the present, they are the Tennessee Titans. Them boys are doing big things. Right now, they're 6-5. Texans are 7-4. The Colts are 6-5. So hopefully, the Titans can rebound from this season right now. Best season for the Tennessee Titans, the 1999 season when they went on a Super Bowl run. They actually beat the Buffalo Bills. I don't know if you guys know the first round of the playoffs. Music City Miracle, the pass from Frank Wycheck to Kevin Dyson with 16 seconds left on the clock. Kickoff. Ran it all the way back for a touchdown. Titans went on to beat Indianapolis after that. Beat Jacksonville after that in the AFC Championship. And then they lost to the St. Louis Rams in the Super Bowl, 23-16. All right. That was a great game. But the Titans have been here since 1997, 1998. They've had various runs in the NFL where they made it to the playoffs, but they haven't reached the Super Bowl since that time. All right. So right now, like I said before, they're 6-5, and they're hoping to make it to the playoffs this season. Leading the way for them is Ryan Tannehill. Right now, he's throwing for 1,420 yards, 10 TDs, 4 interceptions. 111 passer rating for his career. He's 2,100 yards, 854 yards, 133 TDs for his career. Also leading the way for the Titans is Derrick Henry. My God, the big boy from I almost said Ohio State, but man, there's so many guys came from Ohio State, man, but he's from Alabama, man. Derrick Henry, this season, 206 attempts, 991 yards, 4.8 average, 10 TDs, 14 reception. His career, 3,284 yards, 4.6 average, 32 TDs, all right? So hopefully right now we're hoping the Titans can come back. That's my team too. I'm a Titans and Tennessee Vols fan. Hopefully they can come back this season and do some big things. But right now, big things in the NFL are being talked about with who? None other than Lamar Jackson, who's doing big things. He's actually the first player in NFL history to have 3,000 plus passing yards and 1,500 plus rushing yards throughout his career. First games in his career. The Ravens have outscored the last 3 opponents, 135-26. They beat the Bengals 45-6, Texans 49-13, and Rams 45-6. This is the last 3 games. Jackson has accounted for 13 TDs through the air and the ground. He's the first player QB in history to produce 2,000 passing yards, 800 rushing yards through the first 11 games in a season. He's none other than amazing. That's what you can say about him. And that's the truth, all right? So the next game they play is against the San Francisco 49ers. That's Sunday at M&T Bank Stadium. It's going to be a tough game because San Francisco 49ers actually have a great defense. All right, San Francisco is 10-1, first in the NFC West. Seahawks are 9-2, second in the NFC West. The Rams are 6-5, third in the NFC West. All right, so it's going to be a great game, good defensive game. But offensively, I feel like the Ravens are doing big things, and nobody can really stop them right now as far as what I can see. Let's move on. Let's talk about these Dallas Cowboys, man. I got to get into these Cowboys because living in Texas, if the Cowboys win, the city's hyped. If the Cowboys lose, everybody's quiet. Only thing you're going to hear in Texas is, how about them Cowboys? That's the only thing you're going to hear in Texas. I guarantee it. I'm telling you right now because I hear it in my job. I hear it when they win. I hear it almost every single time they win. But right now, the Dallas Cowboys are 6-5. The last game they lost to the Pats, 13-9, which is a defensive battle was distributed in what you saw in that game. I still feel like Tom Brady is regressing a little bit throughout the season. Not because of the lack of offense. I feel like that he's getting a little bit older. Just like I said, I know I said this, and I will continue to say this. I feel like that offense is going to regress throughout the season. It is what it is, and I'm just going to say that. It is what it is. So, but anyway, the Dallas Cowboys, they play the Buffalo Bills tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. I hope you guys are going to be ready for that game because actually I think the Dallas Cowboys do big things, man. Dak Prescott is actually having a great season. As far as who I think is being great this season, I think that Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson is actually my leading candidate right now to win the MVP. It is what it is. Then Lamar Jackson, I think, is right behind him. Unless Lamar Jackson just is spectacular for the rest of the season and Russell Wilson doesn't do anything, which will not happen. But Lamar Jackson is actually up there right now. But if he continues at that pace, I think Lamar Jackson will be the NFL MVP. That's just what I got right now. But it's a big thing going on in Dallas right now. Everybody feels like that Jason Garrett should be fired at the end of the season. They're tired of seeing him. They feel like he's a puppet. But what can you be as a head coach for the Dallas Cowboys but a puppet when you got Jerry Jones in there staking and taking and saying whatever he wants to do? If you're a head coach for them, you got to do what you can. If you're not pleasing Jerry Jones, you're pretty much up out of there. And that's what it is. Right now, on 103.3 FM ESPN Radio, a lot is being said that they want Jason Garrett out of there. It is what it is for the Dallas Cowboys. Right now, they're 6-5. Same record as the Tennessee Titans. We'll see what happens with Zeke. Right now, they're bottling Zeke up in the box. But Dak Prescott is throwing the ball, but the defense has to do better. They got to step up. We'll see what happens with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's move on to the NBA. I want to talk about this guy, Brandon Ingram. Spent his first 3 years with the Los Angeles Lakers. He had a scare outside his LA home, all right? He was on the beach. He had shortness of breath on the beach trying to get back. And it turns out that he had a blood clot in his right arm, prematurely ending his third season with the Lakers. He had a 2-hour procedure. That procedure included removing parts actually from his lung, which was causing him a lot of problems, which affected his breathing. Brandon Ingram was actually drafted number 2 in 2016 by the Los Angeles Lakers. This guy is 6'7" with a 7'3" wingspan, all right? He spent 1 season at Duke, just like Zion Williams. But the big trade came. He, along with other players for the Los Angeles Lakers, were traded to the New Orleans Pelicans. As we all know right now, LeBron James is actually the leading man in Los Angeles right now, who is having a great season. Right now, they only lost 1 or 2 games for LA, all right? Pelicans right now are 6-11, but Brandon Ingram, all right, he's having a resurgence season. He's averaging 26.1 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, and that's through 13 games played. Zion Williams is set to return 6 to 8 weeks, and we'll see what happens when Zion Williams returns to the Pelicans, all right? So right now they're 6-11, and we'll see if they have a resurgence or if next year they can build on that. Hopefully there's no injuries with the team, and they can come back and they can do great things next season. But we'll keep an eye on them and see what's happening right now. So I got to talk about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks right now. He's on a pace that is greater than LeBron James right now. This guy is actually surging for the Dallas Mavericks right now. I mean, this guy's averaging 30 points per game. I mean, he is taking off in this second season. Now, we all know that you guys might not know, I know, but I can tell you about it. But he was actually playing pro ball, okay, back home where he was from the last season that he played. He was actually the MVP of that league. So actually, Luka Doncic has a lot of experience playing with big boys, and he came into the league this year. Dallas Mavericks, they swapped with Atlanta Hawks for their pick, and Luka is taking off. I mean, this guy is the man. New York Knicks know, and they're upset about the unicorn coming to the Knicks in a trade where they took some guys or whatever, and New York's not doing good. But it is what it is. Dallas Mavericks is a team you got to watch out for, and that's for sure. So let's move along. Let's talk about Duke. Since Brandon Ingram and also Zion Williams are from Duke, they both played one season with Duke. Duke just lost. They are the number one seed, actually the number one team in the nation right now. They just lost the last game to Stephen F. Austin, 85-83, which I thought was a great game. Last seconds of the game, everybody thought that Duke was going to win this game. They had the last possession of this game. There was a scramble towards the basket. Players were on the floor. Stephen F. Austin, player, threw the ball out to his player. Not sure the names, but they got that ball down the court. Down there, got the ball in with 0.2 seconds left on the clock. Stephen F. Austin won that game 85-83. It's not notable that other teams have lost because everybody knows that Kentucky lost to unranked Evansville also in their game, and Kentucky was ranked number one. It's funny because Kentucky had just beat number one Michigan State, and then they turn around and lose to Evansville. So right now, you got to know that players right now, when you play basketball and you're drafted, and not drafted, I'm sorry, but when you're recruited to actually play NCAA basketball, everybody that's recruited to play, you're a great player. It is what it is. Just like in the NFL, when you're drafted, you're a great player. But what young guys are knowing now is that all these players in college are great. You know what I'm saying? They're good. So at any given night, you can get beat if you're not on your A game. Okay? So it is what it is, man. But man, thank you for joining me on Sports Talk. I don't have a lot more to talk about other than it's Thanksgiving, and I had to come down here to the beautiful city of Nashville, Tennessee, and just enjoy myself, get in the podcast real quick, and let you guys know that I'm really enjoying what's going on. I want you guys to subscribe to my station on YouTube. It's William Allen Sports Talk. I'm just now starting this, trying to change things and just getting into it, just learning how to do this. So hope you guys are enjoying the show. Make sure you follow me for a new show that I have coming out pretty soon. It's called Unscripted Nation, where anybody can come on live with me, talk about whatever you want to. Does not matter if it's politics, you want to talk about your brand, how things are going for you, promote yourself, talk about your city, talk about whatever you want to talk about, and we can get into it. Thank you for joining me on Sports Talk. I'm your host, William Allen, and I'll talk to you soon. Happy Thanksgiving.